What Michael Carrick's first day as United interim head coach is looking like as they prepare for that massive derby on Saturday against City?
Pretty hectic, I think, is the easiest way to describe it. It's been a baptism of fire, I think, for Michael Carrick. We saw him and his longtime friend and confidant, Jonathan Woodgate, arrive at 7:51 this morning at Carrington's training ground. We can show you those pictures as they sped in nice and early to get themselves prepared for what is a big day for Carrick and a big day for the Manchester United squad as well. And my understanding is that whilst the entire new coaching staff was in place here at Carrington by 8:30 a.m, the players weren't far behind them. We saw the players starting to arrive before 9 a.m, and they were all here shortly after 9 a.m, and they had a team meeting, a full squad meeting pretty early doors, where Carrick introduced himself and the new coaches to the squad and tried to explain to the players exactly what his ethos is, what he expects of them, how he's going to work, what type of football he wants to play. But I think he accepts as well that that's going to take a bit of time to bed in. They've got only 3 training sessions before that big game on Saturday, remember. And they've got to get to know each other, because whilst Trevor Binion and Michael Carrick and Jonathan Woodgate and Johnny Evans all know each other from Manchester United, none of them know Steve Holland, who was the real surprise and the big coup that was brought into the coaching setup after his incredibly impressive history with Chelsea and with England, of course. And so a big day for Steve Holland, taking things at the helm, I think, on the training ground and getting to know the rest of the coaches. So a big introductory day for everybody at Manchester United today. But I'm told that that training session has just finished, Carrick's first training session out on the grass. It was a good one. It was one that all the players enjoyed. But the focus is that first game on Saturday. What a start this is for Michael Carrick and the new era at Manchester United. They've got Arsenal away in their second game with him in charge. But the first game, the Manchester derby at Old Trafford, live on Sky Sports Saturday lunchtime. It's going to be a heck of a way to start.
Yeah, what a start. Rob, thank you very much. From one Rob to another. Mr. Earnshaw, can Carrick make himself a contender for this role long term, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Listen, the way I look with Michael Carrick is he's actually in a really, really good position, because it's a no-lose situation. For example, he knows the club, he's been at the club, and also he's coached the club as well a few years ago, and with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. So, but what the good thing is, Michael Carrick has gone away to Middlesbrough, and you need to get some kind of experience as a young manager and make some mistakes here and there and understand it and go through the day-to-day, and then you're a better manager 2 or 3 years later. That's where we're going to see Michael Carrick right now. He's a very intelligent guy. He understands what he wants to do, but I think the really good thing is he understands what needs to happen, what needs to change, what tweaks need to happen for this current Manchester United. I hope he's successful. I think he's the right man for the job in terms of he's interim. Okay, interim, period. Pressure's on you straight away, but he can do it. You know, he's in a position where he can't lose.
And from a player's point of view, then, how important is it when a new manager comes in to set that intensity, to set that pace and that tempo of what you want from your team? And as Rob's just told you, it's the Manchester derby on Saturday at Old Trafford, and then it's a trip to the Emirates. I mean, you couldn't get much tougher, could you?
It can't get any tougher than that. I mean, Arsenal, probably the best team in the league right now. And then Manchester City, who I think will be, from my prediction, the champions at the end of it. You can't get harder than that. He's straight into the fire. But I think the really good thing is he's brought in, obviously, Jonathan Woodgate, Steve Holland as well. And the good thing is he's got very good players. And, of course, the boys at the African Cup of Nations as well are coming back. So he's going to have a really, really talented group of players. And Bruno Fernandes is obviously back as well. So, and I know, you know, over the last kind of 6 months or so, he's been looking at Manchester United very, very closely, because he's there regularly. He would have seen and tried to understand what tweaks need to be changing, what's going wrong, what's working, what players like and don't like. But the one thing, he has to lead the club. Yes, he's head coach, but he has to lead the club. I think that's where Manchester United need right now. They need a leader who will give the players the best platform. If you're going to play Manchester City, you're going to play one of the best managers we've ever seen. It's going to be coach versus coach. So who's going to get out-coached? So you have to get into there very, very quickly.
But Rob, how easy is that to do, knowing that you're going to be leaving in 5-6 months' time? Michael Carrick.
Yeah.
How easy is it to implement all that in there, knowing that, you know, you're going to be leaving the job 5-6 months on? You mentioned interim. I know Manchester United are using the head coach term still, but we know that come the summer, United are going to be looking elsewhere for their manager.
Yeah. The difficult thing is, and this is almost every football club, and we have to really pay attention to this, because I see this, it's a really negative thing in football that we do not give people enough time. Okay, you come in as interim, you've got 4 or 5 months. Okay, that's your period. So you have to show enough, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did, because I think he came in a few years ago as interim
originally,
but did so well, really lifted the team, lifted results, all of those things that you have to do because you're interim. It's very different than if you're a manager appointed and then you're given a 2-year contract, for example, and then you come in and then 3 or 4 months, you know, we look at Ange Postecoglou, people like that you're in 4 or 5 games, people say, no, he's not good enough. No. Football is about time. You can't get past that. And every manager in the whole Premier League will tell you, I need time. It's because they understand they got 800 staff in the building to take care of, and also get this 11 on a certain day to be absolutely perfect, because in 3 days' time, they're not good enough. And 3 days later, they're amazing. They're the best thing ever. But it's very difficult. But I would give Michael Carrick this, though. I think he's going to do very well, because I really think that Manchester United right now are in actually a very, very good position. They're better than they were 14 months ago. So he inherits a very, very good squad. And I really like Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo, Amad Diallo, Cunha. I'm a big fan of. I think he's a genius. And then Sesko is now coming into fire. So you've got so many positives there for him for the next few months. But it is going to be very, very difficult, because the pressure will be on him.